Thank you very much, Fancyman girls. Now we have the last, that is Navrongo Senior High. Please come up stage. Again, remember you have 10 minutes to do your presentation and demonstration. And then please use the hand sanitizers. Thank you.
Albert Einstein once said, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination." Her Excellency, the Second Lady, Hajia Samira Baumia, the panel of judges, Aquatic Timekeeper, all protocol duly observed, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. My name is Mohammed Falila, and I'm here with my colleague, Pwasam Shulamite. It is indeed an honor to represent the great Navrongo Senior High School in the presence of high-class dignitaries, but it is also heartwarming to have Her Excellency, the Second Lady, Hajia Samira Baumia, an epitome of beauty and a radiator of hope to we the younger ladies of this generation. The rationale behind our project is that energy and renewable energy, for that matter, is by all standards the sine qua non to all the energy challenges that bedevils our economy over the years. The discovery and use of these renewable energy sources have to a larger extent mitigated the consequences of the high population vis-à-vis the high energy demand. Paradoxically, these forms of renewable energy have to a larger extent mitigated the consequences of the higher population vis-à-vis the high energy demand. Paradoxically, these forms of renewable energy have still not arrested the teething problems, not the least entirely. Over 90% of them are from fossil fuels, but sadly again, they are not only costly, but pose plethora of health complications to the users and the environment. Our project, the alcohol stove, seeks to meet a peculiar energy challenging need, that is, heat energy for cooking of a particular community, whose characteristics are similar to most other communities in the hinterlands around the North, Volta, and Oti regions. The scope of our project is limited to the target community and many other communities that are being faced off by same challenge. Given the prevailing conditions of that community, this renewable energy source is the surest, safest, and the most appropriate to use as compared to the firewood, charcoal, cow dung, and straw, which are the options available to them. The background of our project. Long before the COVID, our school cadet corps, as part of their usual activities, go for 3 days bush training at Kologonaga Forest in the Katsina and Ankara municipality of the Upper East region. After one of their expeditions, the headmistress shared their audio from their report during the morning assembly, and the story was quirky and tremulous. The nature of life there, as described by their report, was one that was known to us only in storybooks. This rendition about the community rather ignited a seed of curiosity in one of us. When this challenge was announced to us months later, after several proposals, this project was considered since its implementation could solve the particular problem as identified.
When we say renewable energy, we are talking about energy that is sustainable or energy that cannot run out. Natural energy resources such as petroleum and coal have been consumed at high rates over the last decades. The modern economy is pivoted on these fuels, and this creates accompanying challenges that are so overwhelming to some social classes. Apart from the limited supply of these fuels, high rocketing pricing, the negative effects of their use is alarming. What if these important fuels eventually run out? What if the ordinary citizen becomes unable to buy and use these fuels owing to the monstrous economic hardships? What about the unavoidable health complications related to their continuous use. Your guess is as good as mine. But the good and refreshing news is that the Great Navrongo Senior High School from the Upper East region have come up with a better alternative. That is the use of alcohol stove for cooking and cow dung for lighting. Alcohol is ideal in this project for obvious reasons. It can be prepared from indigenous technology, that is from local materials. It has little and in most cases negligible health complications, even under continuous use. It will reduce its misuse and abuse, as is the case in many societies. For the cow dung, they are only collected and not produced. In the target community and even many others, cow dung is as cheap and abundant as pebbles. The availability and renewability of the cow dung is not an issue, especially in the target community. It is equally a renewable source of energy too. And for the cow dung and for the alcohol, it is cheap in the open market.
The scope of our project is limited to the Biu community in the Katsina-Nankana municipality of the Upper East region, and many other communities with similar characteristics that rely heavily on firewood and charcoal and the likes for their domestic cooking. Our target market is the Biu community. Biu is a predominantly farming community in the Katsina-Nankana municipality. The people of Biu spend most of their time in their farms and return home late at night. With a community that is not connected to the national grid, it becomes a very big challenge when preparing food at night. However, due to the presence of a lot of animal waste, which even serves as pollution to the community, we have also designed a biofuel cell which operates on cow dung to produce light energy when cooking food in the night. The goals of our project are to provide a better and the best alternative domestic heat energy source for the indigenous of Biu, to curb the consequences of deforestation and its other accompanying effects, and to provide alternative use of alcohol that has destroyed lives through misuse and abuse. Our objectives are to provide a comparatively healthier heat energy source for cooking, to provide an alternative use of alcohol to prevent its abuse, to show the manifest effects of alcohol to users, that is its combustible characteristics. The source of fuel for the stove should have less negative impact on the environment, to produce electrical energy and to reduce environmental pollution from animal feedlots in the Biu community. And in building our project, we do not need any complicated materials, but just simple materials. That is a wooden box and a wooden stand. And on our wooden stand, we have a 5.5 liter container with a regulator and a delivery tube. And in our wooden box, we also have 2 aluminum cans of unequal size. On the bigger one, we have round and rectangular holes on it. And the rectangular holes are to allow the passage of oxygen to support the burning. The round hole is where the burning takes place. And on the bigger stand as well, we have a design stand which holds the saucepan when cooking. And in the bigger can, we have the smaller can, which has a hole perforated at the bottom to allow the delivery to pass through, and it is also where the burning takes place. That is, it's cut at one end of it. And we also have a regulator made of aluminum as well. With this, whilst the alcohol flows into our smaller can, we also have a simple biofuel cell which operates on cow dung to produce light. In each 2 liter container, we have zinc and copper, which serves as anode and cathode. And with the help of connecting wires, they are connected to a switch and a bulb. And at night, what the people of Biu will now have to do is to switch on their bulb
and off it.
And also light their match.
While the alcohol is flowing into the smaller container, I don't know why the projection is not coming, but we have a graph there showing the burning rate of 5 different heat energy sources. That is charcoal, firewood, straw. From the graph, you can see that the time recordings of the firewood and charcoal are varying because of the different sources they are gotten from. While alcohol was consistently the same, equal amount of money was used to buy each of the 5 different sources. They were all lit at the same time and allowed to burn until they were completely exhausted. The time was recorded in each case and was repeated 4 different times in 4 categories. From the graph, firewood recorded the highest time, followed by charcoal, alcohol, straw, and cow dung. The time for the firewood and charcoal were significantly better than that of the alcohol. But one may wonder why we still choose alcohol over firewood and charcoal. This is because firewood and charcoal are both products of deforestation. They both cause negative health complications over long use. Their renewability leads to a destruction of forests, that's trees. And alcohol is much easier to lit, irrespective of the weather conditions, because of its combustible nature. Thank you for your audience, and we are grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you, Navrongo Senior High. Judges, please, you have the floor.
The great Navrongo Senior High. You girls are very smart. Well done.
Thank you.
Now, in your presentation, you said that alcohol is very cheap in your locality.
Yes.
May I know how much a liter of alcohol costs?
The price is varying. A gallon of alcohol costs 65 Ghana cedis, and that is the undiluted one. It is because it's 100%. Because of that, if you buy it, you have to dilute it, and in diluting it, you can get 2 or 3 gallons. And if you do the calculations very well, from that a liter will cost 7 cedi. But for the undiluted, for the diluted one, whose gallon is 45 cedi. Even if you decide to leave it that way or dilute it, a liter will cost 4 cedis. Thank you.
So, assuming I want you to construct one for me for usage, and I get the undiluted one, in which I'll get double of the undiluted gallons, I will get 2. For how long can I use it when I have about 4 persons within my household?
It depends on the food you are going to cook.
Thank you. Navrongo Senior High School, thank you very much for the presentation and for the wonderful answers. So I have maybe 1 or 2 questions. Number 1, what is the percentage of alcohol in that liquid you have in the tank there? What's the percentage of alcohol?
It's 99.9% volume per volume.
Okay, so now the follow-up question. What is the minimum percentage of alcohol you need in that liquid to really burn? What's the minimum you
Ranging
need?
from 40 to 60%.
Thank you. Navrongo girls. Now, I see the alcohol, I see your cow dung fuel cell. I didn't quite get how the two work together. Can you explain that again?
Please, the question.
Your alcohol, and we also see your cow dung fuel cell. What is the relationship between the two, and how does your system work?
Because the time wasn't enough, we're not able to say anything. But we have a target community, which is the Biu community. They are farmers. Because of that, they spend most of their time on their farms, and they return home late at night. So even if we design this alcohol stove, which can cook for them when they return at night, it would be a problem when it comes to the lighting system, because they are not connected to the national grid. That is why we use cow dung, which is even a source of pollution there, to generate electricity for them to cook at night. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for your presentation.
Thank you too.
Thank you very much, Navrongo Senior High. And in fact, I am sure we have all seen that they have all done well. Shall we please, with a round of applause, give it to all the contestants. Your Excellency, with your permission, whilst we wait for the judges to give us the total scores, we want to use the time now to acknowledge the presence of some dignitaries in our midst. We have in our midst Professor George Penyin Hagan. He